For Glory from Steelcraft Games is one of the best two-player games that I think I've ever played.
Oh, yeah.
A fantastic deck-building game. But now there's For Glory, the Champions expansion, which adds a solo and a 3 to 4 player version. Let's talk about it. What does that even mean, Bowers Game Corner? Ahoy there! You two are back again today for another Thoughts from the Corner. I'm here with my good friends Lucy and Adam.
Hey!
And today we're going to be talking about the prototype for the For Glory expansion, which is coming to Kickstarter soon. Now, this is the expansion to the absolutely spectacular two-player For Glory, which I think I might have even given it Bowers Best Seal. Not very, very close. It's a spectacular two-player deck builder. It takes about 69 minutes to play. This is going to add 2 new mechanisms and an option to play it solo and 3 and 4 players. So the 2 new mechanisms in this game are going to be something called Glory, which will be these little tiny tokens, or Blessings, which will be these little tiny tokens that pretty much you take them off and then negate damage. They're very simple. They mix right in. No muss, no fuss. You played the original game. It's super simple. The second one is actually an asymmetrical gladiator that you start with, and so it's going to make your starting hand go from 14 cards to 15 cards. And you can level up that gladiator as you progress through the game by paying the cost instead of putting them out into an arena. And so those are the big things, but there's also a solo mode and a 3 and 4 player mode. We got done playing a 4 player version of this game, and they had both played it before at 2 players, correct? You liked it?
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
The solo mode, I'm going to hold off on it because it's still being worked on right now. My first 2 games, I actually had a little bit of a lackluster experience because it might have just been the way the cards laid out, but I was able to just cull the crap out of it and then just crush. But this is going to focus on the additional player count, which does make things very, very interesting because now it essentially just goes that it is a battle royale, a bunch of people in a telephone booth just stabbing each other. And who wants to start with their impressions of just the new way the game is? Because they've tweaked a couple minor rules while still keeping it around the same.
Yeah, so it's like playing For Glory, you're in these different arenas, you're like maybe giving up something to do this. You can't do that in this one. Everyone's fighting together. It really feels like a different experience.
Oh, yeah. Definitely it transforms the whole game.
For sure. Yeah. And so, like, my strategy was, I'm just going to build up really quick and start the battle. And then I just sat there with my army sitting out and just waiting.
So I think it's good because if you watch this, you probably played the original. And in the original, once the bloodlust has been met by everyone, then it's going to happen. But in this, you keep track of your individual bloodlust. So as Adam pointed out, he rushed to start the fight, and then everyone else was like,
we'll get to it when we get to it.
Yeah.
And it was like 3 or 4 turns.
So I'm sitting there like, all right, I've got 16 coins. I guess I'm going to buy, this expensive guy and that thing. And then I just wait and hope that one of you builds it up. But I kept adding warriors to my entourage.
Did it work for you?
Oh, yeah.
It put a huge target on my back. And
that's another huge aspect of this game that needs to be talked about.
Yes.
It is much more of a rats trying to claw out of a bucket here. You see someone in first place, you're like, oh, we should attack that person. Which some people are definitely going to like. I actually really like that. But I think some people are going to dislike that. And once again, it goes back to what Lucy said, or Adam, I don't remember who it was. It just feels like a different game sometimes.
Yes.
Because especially with those arenas, which arenas you compete over is a big deal. Which special abilities are in those arenas.
With the bonuses and everything. And in this one, when you, the first round, after you win it, it's just a random arena bonuses that you get. And like...
And depending on how you place, like, at some point, like, you don't even have to go for, like, first, because essentially how it goes is, like, there's going to be 2 battles. That's the whole thing. It's just, like, first battle is what you get to get your special, like, arena abilities and whatnot, and then next battle is literally just fight to the death, first place wins. And the thing is that first battle then becomes, like, I don't need to so much win. I just don't want to lose.
Yeah, I was in that same boat. I was more long-term planning, though, than other people, I think.
Yeah. And then it's one of those things where it's just like you have to like sort of like even negotiate. Like my choice at that point was like I don't want to win. I don't even want to fight you. I just want to defeat the person beside me because they're weaker.
It was me. It was me. Lucy tried to kill me the entire game.
Assume force.
Like I did really great the first round. Everybody teamed up on me. I got last place, so I didn't get any special abilities. And then I rushed it again. I ended up with a bunch of stuff, super powerful. And then Alan's sitting over there with just like this insane combo where he was just like dead.
And I was kind of just like,
bless
moving my turn along. I'm like, you guys are seeming so worried about it, so I'm just gonna pick you guys off and let you guys deal with the actual like beast. And then I'll pick him off if I can.
Yeah, I was like, why aren't you guys attacking him? He's obviously gonna win. And then you just kept attacking each other for some reason.
One other thing that I forgot to mention was there's also new cards included in the game. They're just intermixed in there. A lot of them will have ways to give you blessings, but there were some interesting ones in there. One of which allowed you to like buy the Ludus people.
Yeah, that was cool. I bought 2 of those all in one go, so that because I was like, that seems really powerful, and you can do it while you're in battle, which was really interesting. A lot of variety in the cards, I will say. Like,
oh yeah, a lot of variety. Like I had a card that like if I exhaust it, I get to literally like take someone that was knocked out, put him back in my field, just exhausted, but it's still another body.
Mm-hmm.
So here's 2 questions. We'll go down the line. Start with Lucy. Do you like it better than at 2 players? Do you still like it? And do you think you'd like it better at 2 players? Because I think, yeah, we'll just answer any of those questions.
I think I like the 2-player one more because it fits more of my gaming style. It's not that this is a bad game. I enjoyed it, and I love having individual fighters. That's one thing I always love. I love like asymmetric stuff.
And those can just be mixed in with the 2-player version.
Oh yeah, then that's perfect. So for me, I like the 2-player because you get to because you're going for glory. And you guys will just like grab this little thing, grab that little thing. So sometimes there's a little bit more strategy. Because I'm like, oh, I see forces going after that arena. You can have that arena. I'll go after these 2 arenas maybe.
Yeah, it kind of takes away the name of the game, doesn't it?
Yeah. And
it's 4 glory.
And it's one of those things where like the mechanic of blessings, they were nice, but they kind of artificially lengthen the game. And I think the best part about this is actually how short it is. With 4 players, you have the whole grind of everything, and you can just like kind of scrap it. If I could, I would probably take the blessing mechanic out.
It does kind of force you to play a certain way at the end. Mm-hmm. Like Alan was like, we have to all team up on Alan to just drain his machine that he had churning. And yeah.
I mean, I spent every one of my characters hitting blessings. So, I mean, and had you guys not been like attacking it at all, like he probably would have been able to just wipe you out at the very end.
Mm.
You know, but I killed myself attacking him. I think the 2-player is better, but I think that the 4-player would get, at least in my life, would get played more. And I don't. It's a different experience, so I think that the 4-player is great the way it is. But the 2-player, for the reasons that you said, it's more strategy. It's more. There's more game to it.
Yeah, there's more game, more depth, and like it doesn't artificially lengthen it. Like I like the 4-player only because it's only 2 rounds. Had this gone for a 3rd one, I don't know if I would like it that much.
Yes, and when you play 3 players, it goes to 3 rounds as well. So that would be a little bit quicker because you went on the 4th person.
Yeah, but even still, and the other thing I was thinking about,
battles will be quicker,
there's like
too.
no catch-up mechanic also. Because again, you were lucky that you were like all beefed up, but you were out, and then you were 4th place, and you also had to go last to buy cards, and you had no arena cards.
Yeah.
So
getting to go last, I think it's pretty nice.
I guess
though.
I thought I knew when the game would be ending.
Joke's on you.
Yeah. So it does give you a little bit of control. I didn't feel like I was hindered at all by being last and having lost. Except that I lost.
Here's another
question. But I don't think it was because of that.
Would you play with the blessing tokens in a 2-player version of the game?
No, definitely not in 2-player version.
Is it in the 2-player version?
Yeah, I think you could just mix it in.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't think it's so bad. Because you can see that it's there.
Yes.
It's not. It's something that you can strategize around. It's not. Oh, I'm gonna sneaky blessing. You didn't hit me at all. That's the evade card.
It's just I guess for me, like the more I'm talking about it now, the more I realize like I don't like the blessing mechanic.
I don't mind it.
I also don't mind it. I think the 2-player version of the game is still going to be the best version of the game, and I think the 2-player version of the game is now superior. I think those asymmetrical characters, that is fun, and they were different and powerful.
Oh yeah, they all had their own abilities. Like for example, I forget his name. Alan's like, I get to hit myself for like 1 unblockable damage, get to murder you for 4.
Yeah, he was super powerful.
I get to like, as long as I have the patrons, as we found out, I get to pay money to get some people back from supply into my thing.
Yeah.
So in the end, I think we all like the expansion for the most part, but we agree 2 players is still the way to go.
Oh yeah.
Let me ask you this: do you think if the blessings were it halves the damage, would it be better?
Halves the damage.
I think honestly, in my opinion,
like reduces damage by half.
I don't know. It's an interesting one. It would. I think then it's just adding an extra layer to it that you have to think about, which I don't like. But yeah, I think it would make it a little bit better. But then at the same time, you'd have to do more math.
Yeah, true.
Yeah,
but it's simple math. You're only doing like between 1 and 8 damage. I mean, like
5 damage divided by 2. Was it 3 or is it 2?
Yeah.
Either way, that is For Glory,
it's a great game, though.
The Champions expansion.
I'm just nitpicking.
If it looks like it might be a cup of tea, be sure to check out this expansion. I'll post that link down below. Also, if you enjoyed this content, please be sure to click on the subscribe button down below, which I don't know why I pointed that. It just says subscribe on it. And in the comments below, let me know what 2-player game would you like to be seen expanded to more players.
2-player.
What's it called? That
Don't take mine, Lucy.
the couple game.
Oh, are you talking about
Fog
this
of
one?
Love. Fog of Love.
Oh, I thought you were talking about Come Together.
No, I don't know that.
That's actually a wildly inappropriate joke. Come Together. It's a game you play with your significant other where you talk about your fetishes.
You want to add more play?
Well, I didn't with that response. What about you, Adam?
Jeez, I don't know.
You can't top
I mean,
that.
I would say Mage Wars, but you can already play that with more players.
You can. I'm going to say codename is Duet. But in all seriousness, if you're in a relationship, check out Come Together. It's one of the best 2-player games ever.
And pick up For Glory as well.
Yeah, it's delightful.
Maybe
Bye bye.